I did the fettuccine alfredo, and I can tell you about what goes into it later, but while the water is boiling, Caroline's going to tell you about our appetizers, and then I'm going to do the PowerPoint. So.
Okay, so we have 2 appetizers. This is called actually an antipasta, which I think it means like before pasta, which is kind of like an appetizer in Italy. And it is pepperonis and mozzarella cheese and olives. And then we also have bread, which is dipped in oil, which I don't exactly know the history, but I know that they've been doing that for a really long time. So, if you want some of these while Catherine's talking about our country.
Okay, so, yeah, we have Italy, and then
Started serving his sauce. Okay, and I didn't put a ton of dressing on this, so after you get it, if you'd like more dressing, you can come up and get it. And then to top it off, at the end, we take grated Parmesan cheese. You could also use shredded Parmesan cheese if you like to, but I personally like this kind. So I'm going to put it on top. And then I'm going to put it in little bowls, and then when we come back, we'll get to try it. So now that y'all have your salad, Catherine's water is now boiling, so she's going to start putting our pasta in there. And her sauce, as you see, is starting to come too. It's just, right now all it is butter and heavy cream. It's actually what it mostly is in the end. But we're still melting our butter. And then in a few minutes, she's going to put in our cheese, which this is actually 1.5 cups of cheese. And then, so Olivia has made our dessert, and she's going to tell you about that.
I made biscotti, and what it calls for is 6 eggs, 1.5 cups of sugar, 1/2 cup of butter melted, and 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, 3 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 4 teaspoons vanilla or almond extract. But what I did was I put 2 teaspoons of vanilla and 2 teaspoons of almond to bring out both flavors. And what you do is you mix all of those ingredients together and you put them all in a baking dish, and then you put it in the oven at 350 degrees, and you leave it in there for about 15 to 20 minutes. You take it out and you slice them into 1-inch-ish pieces, and then you put them on a baking sheet and put them under a broiler.
Put this chicken in here first, and then Olivia's going to take our sauce and pour it on top. Get that cheese out there. Good. And then we're going to stir it up all together. And that's going to heat up the chicken and help melt some of that left cheese. And now we're going to put it on plates. And this is our finished fettuccine alfredo with chicken. Thank you for watching. Kat and Carol plus Olivia. Come back tomorrow for our special on Greece.
We are going to be talking about the country of Germany today. So, we cooked 4 things. The first is our appetizers, which are traditional German pretzels, also pronounced Laugenbrezel, if that's correct. Okay, so these, we had to use active dry yeast to make these, and we kneaded the dough for 8 to 10 minutes yesterday. And then we formed them into pretty pretzels that you get from Auntie Anne's. And you bake them at 500 degrees, very hot oven for your pretzels. And so I guess you can get those out and serve those now if we want, because those are ready. So everyone's going to get some pretzels. And
they're good served with butter.
yeah, we have butter for everyone to go along with your pretzels. Yeah. Okay, then our main dish was our German barley soup, also pronounced Graupensuppe. Sarah, if you want to talk about the soup.
Okay, for this soup, we had a lot of ingredients, but most of them, it's kind of like a vegetable soup, but they added Bratwurst, which are kind of like German sausages. And the most interesting, like, different thing that you would include in the recipe was the leek, probably, which is a vegetable a lot along the lines of like an onion or a root. And it's pretty simple. You pretty much just put everything in the bowl or in a pot on the stove, and it has to cook for like 45 minutes. So pretty simple. Just go on. And then we left it in the crock pot all night, and it's just been cooking. So that's pretty simple. And then the next thing we're going to talk about is our the side, which is the potato pancakes, which is what you're seeing being made right now.
Before we talk about that, though, everyone take a second, since we're cutting them up, you won't get to see them, at our lovely German pretzels.
Oh.
Perfectly shaped. Continue.
Okay, so for this recipe, you need 3 pounds of peeled potatoes and a large onion that is quartered. But we're making them a little bit smaller so that they won't get shredded easily. And it's important to keep the potatoes in ice water until you're ready to grate them, just so it keeps them good. So once these are all in here, is that everything?
Yeah. We're going to put in the food processor.
Yes.
So it'll get teeny tiny.
Christine, how this works. Okay. So they're going to come out like a hash brown consistency.
Should I pause it? You said commercial break, should I pause it?
Now that our potatoes and onions are freshly shredded, you unlock this thing. You unlock this, and you transport it to a large bowl for mixing. How do we push down?
Became the dictator of Germany and obviously led them to many bad times. Sarah's outfit is a traditional male with their, whatever that word is.
Lederhosen.
Okay, lederhosen, yeah, that's what those are called. And Mary is a lovely German woman in her daily attire with her braids, because braids are a very common thing in Germany. French braids. So that's our
That's all. You can see this nice consistency. And this is just going in here. Okay, and what you're supposed to do now is take some paper towels and get some of that juice down there from the potatoes. It's because they were soaking in ice water. Yeah.
This is switch back over to them
Okay.
so they can continue their
So we
cooking.
have some nice, finely chopped parsley. So we're going to add that to our potato mixture and then mix it all together like this. Okay, Brittany, would you like to tell them what we're about to do?
We are about to put this potato mixture into our pan with some nice vegetable oil, and we are going to fry them into potato pancakes, which will be the finished product.
Yes.
And while we are frying them, Madeline here is going to talk about our chocolate truffles.
Okay, so we made dark chocolate German truffles. We used heavy whipping cream that we boiled and then poured it over chocolate chips and then poured them into these bowls. So they usually you can put like mint or coconut or anything on these, but we decided to use cocoa. So I'm gonna do that while they fry.
And you had to let the mixture sit for 2 hours before you could do anything to it in order for them to form into a mixture called ganache, which is the base chocolate for truffles.
Back to the PowerPoint. Okay, the economy in Germany is the largest national economy and the most wealthy country in Europe. They're the 4th largest by nominal GDP.
We've added just enough vegetable oil to cover the bottom of the pan for frying. And And is that really close to my face?
Awesome.
And so you leave them on each side for about 5 minutes until they're ready, and then flip them just like a pancake, and then they're ready. And so what you have to do while you're forming these is get sheets of paper towel to make sure that they're dry, or else they won't stay together.
And wow, look at Madeline's finished product. Now we can serve them to everyone.
You on now? Thank you for joining us in our cooking show. We hope you learned a lot about Germany.
We love Germany.
To Italian stallions. The cooking show for Lipscomb's Italian tongues. They have names. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your Italian background.
I'm Myron. I grew up in Tennessee. I went to Italy this summer.
My name's Sai. I actually just graduated from culinary school in the with the background on Italy. So I spent like 4 summers in Italy cooking Italian food. I specialize in
What part of Italy?
that would be Florence. And I specialize in side dishes like panzella skewers.
Oh, I love those. I'm excited for that. Well, I was actually born right off the coast of Florence, Italy, so I've been in the States for about 2 years. So I've got a lot of practice.
Your accent is impeccable.
I know. Studied hard.
Well, we'll start with one of these lovely gems.
Okay, we'll start with something simple. We'll start with some Italian cream soda. Okay, it's a little bit funky, but hey, it'll be good anyways. So, okay, actually, I need to get ice first. So, now that we've had our introduction, break, and we'll be right back. Don't change the channel.
To Italian stones. Am I right?
You're right.
That can you not? So now we're back with Jacob, who'll be making some lovely
Italian cream soda. Okay, so we have 2 flavor options today. It's super simple, super delicious. We have strawberry margarita / daiquiri cocktail mix. It's not alcoholic. We have some grenadine, which tastes like cherry, I think. So what you want to do to start is get your tablespoon measurement, and you're going to get your syrup flavoring of choice. I'm going to do the grenadine. And you're going to put 3 tablespoons in the bottom of the glass.
That's crazy. A funny story about tablespoons. One time I measured something with a tablespoon, but it was accidentally a cup. It ruined the recipe. Back to you, Jacob.
Lauren. There you go. That's 2.
One more.
Doesn't it already look delicious?
Funny story about the number 2. One time my sister was 2 and I accidentally dropped her. Back to you, Jacob.
Okay, we've got that delicious syrup already in the bottom of the glass. Now we're going to add some grade A half and half from Kroger, which is a blend of milk and cream. Super tasty. We're going to do 3 tablespoons of that as well. Yummy. I could just drink it now. Okay, so what we're going to do next is stir this up. Really nice and pretty. Looks like a milkshake.
Kinda.
Now we're going to add a cup of ice. Okay, that was great. You want a few cubes to just fall off the side. It helps with taste. Okay. Now that's all stirred up. Alright, now we're just gonna pour this fizzy, delicious club soda on sale at Kroger right now. Buy 3, get 1 free. Only 89 cents a piece. And we're just gonna guess about, we can just use this lovely 6-ounce cup. Okay. And now we have a super simple and delicious Italian cream soda.
go.
All right, now we're gonna we'll pour these into some sample cups and get these started. Pass
In
it
the
out.
meantime, come with me.
Who wants one?
Alright, I'm gonna talk about the climate a little bit. We've got a little humid subtropical for the most part of the year in Italy. It's great for growing fruits in some states. Not like actual states, but you know what I'm talking about. And it's always just nice outside. There's always that also helps with the fashion statement, the weather. That's why they have great clothing there. So that's a little bit about the climate. And I'll just talk about your side dish today, which is gonna be a panzella skewer salad. As you can see, the lettuce isn't actually for eating, but more of a presentation type of thing. We have artisan bread with red peppers and yellow peppers and tomatoes, and it was seasoned with salt and pepper and olive oil when it was cooked. And we have pesto that you put on top of it when you eat it, but we're gonna put that on the side for pick your pleasure type of thing. So here we go. And there's also mozzarella cheese on the side as well.
Jacob, do you smell that?
It smells so
Oh my gosh! It reminds me of when I lived in Italy.
good. Same.
That didn't happen.
Oh, mozzarella.
Ah, mamma mia! Myron, what is that incredible smell?
Well, I'm making spaghetti with meat sauce, and I just browned some meat. So right now, I'm getting the nice little veggies ready. It's onions. I'm sauteing some onions and some carrots and garlic, and I'm mixing them together. And when the onions are clear, I'm gonna add in the tomatoes, and then it'll be tomato sauce.
Myron, I could just eat that up right now.
So yeah, it's spaghetti. And so side.
If you want to come get a closer look at this group right here, they're about to pour pesto on their stuff. It has no nuts in it, for those who are wondering.
Do you just eat these cheese balls?
You eat them however you'd like to.
Okay.
Does the pesto have pine nuts in it?
Actually,
To Italian stallion. Hey, Sai, won't you feed me one of those skewers?
I'd love to.
Oh.
Is it delicious?
Oh! Oh! Oh, God! That's great! That's great. Alright, so you'll want to get this recipe. It's at foodnetwork.com/ItalianStallions/ Donna Fraser.
That picture they let me have. And
after winning that race.
after winning the race, me and Scott had a big ceremony.
I have the other
this
flag.
building.
I have the other
We
flag.
got the flag. Scott's got the other. It's in
I
the
sleep on
case,
it every
so-
night.
Is that you? Is that statue?
No, that's not us.
We are in a boat.
That's
not
actually Sai's grandfather.
Let's don't be ridiculous. That's my grandfather. That's a closer look at my grandfather. And this was it's basically like Sacagawea of Italy, essentially.
So we mixed the veggies and the meat into one, and so now we're just kind of like letting them mix all together. And we're about to add the tomatoes to the meat sauce, and it's going to be yum yum yum. Isn't that just
I'm
cheap?
just over here finishing the mozzarella sticks, but I want to say I love the pictures. I love how you really captured the essence of Italy and how like local, culturally driven they are. Because you see all these foods, and it really varies by region, and they're very much into the local culture and things like that. Because you see all these foods, and it really varies by region, and they're very much into the local culture and things
Oh my
like that.
gosh, right. It's kind of like going trick or treating. How is that? How is it like trick or treating?
I mean, trick or treating is something new I experienced here.
Right.
And that was nothing short of amazing.
Exactly.
I
That's what
actually
it is.
got to wear this jersey, which Sai and I are wearing some authentic Italian garb.
My long lost brother, Antonio! Okay.
You didn't think that was funny?
We took a lot of pictures.
Should we go to commercial break?
Yeah.
Don't you change the channel.
Okay.
Not. Welcome back. We're making some lovely tiramisu in a cup. Some of my fondest memories are on the Italian Riviera. Eating/drinking some tiramisu. Which is my classic twist on tiramisu. So I've just finished preparing the cup. So we have a lady finger on the bottom and a lady finger on the top with a little Russian flag. How cute is that? So,
Italian flag.
so if you want to come here, this is going to be the filling for a tiramisu.
Yum. Looks great.
Oh gosh, Mom, you're gonna spill that. Don't do it.
Just like my grandmother used to make. Sweet memories. Who wants one?
I actually do.
Ooh, it's good.
It actually smells really good.
It's actually really good. Good, because the Italian stallions are out. Thank y'all for coming and watching.
To the senoritas of Spain.
Yes, we'll be cooking foods from Spain.
Today for y'all, we're gonna make about 5 different things. We're gonna start off with an appetizer, which is our croquetas de jamon, which is kind of like a ham fritter. We're gonna go with that. And then we're going to make a main dish, or we're gonna show you how to make a main dish, which is paellas. And Sydney over here will explain that. And then we are going to show you how to make garlic stuffed green olives for your side dish. And then our dessert will be chocolate sauce and churros. And then we're
pina coladas.
yeah, we're gonna have
Virgin
pina coladas. No alcohol here.
No.
And along the way, we'll be telling you about the history of Spain and all the good things you need to know with our lovely Beatrice. Okay, so to make croquetas de jamon, which are these.
Oh.
Very nice. You use ham and Dijon mustard, and the way you make the dough is really weird, because you start with milk and flour, and you heat it, and it makes like this thing that like grows. It's really weird. I thought it was gonna like come out of the pan. It was really bad. And then after you do that, you let it cool off, and then you add in the ham and the mustard and everything else, and you stir it together, and then you put it in the fridge for about an hour, and then you pull it back out, and you roll it in breadcrumbs and egg and flour, and then you fry it, and that's how you make it. So, and then for our side dish, we made garlic stuffed green olives. They're very good. You take green olives, and you cook the garlic, and then you put the garlic inside. And it's really hard to get the garlic outside and for it to stay. It was not very fun. And you have to crush up the garlic. And then Sydney's going to explain the paellas. Okay. Let's do it.
Paella is like one of the main dishes like that everyone in Spain eats. So, and it has a bunch of stuff in it. It has olive oil, paprika, oregano, black pepper, salt, chicken, and sausage. And you can put chicken in there, but we decided not to because. Excuse me. It has garlic in it, red pepper, rice. This is the actual paella, and you just put it on a bed of rice. And then, yeah. So you make the rice first and mix all that together, and then you cook all this. And most of the time they do it on fires. Like in Spain, they cook it over open fire, but we didn't. Yeah. And then you just put the paella on top of the rice, and yeah.
go to commercial break for now.
Tie knot.
Hello.
Why not?
That could be like information. This is so much fun. Fun fact, I was preparing in the kitchen for my 2009 attempt at making baked Alaska. It went wrong.
Oh.
So, the main motto of Spain is Plus Ultra, Further Beyond. It kind of ties into their history, which I will get to later. And yes, Spain was under Roman rule, like way back at the beginning, and it was first named Hispania. It was first taken over by Germanic tribes, and then Moor tribes, which is where it gets some of like the spice over there, you know. Ooh, that's good, that's good. And they finally took back their peninsula in 1492 when Columbus sailed the ocean blue. They are the inventors of the mop and the quill pen, which means without them, regular pens would not be here, and that would be bad. Spain then became history's global colonial empire, which kind of means they're the original underdogs as far as countries go. This last-minute, uprising has caused over 5 million Spanish speakers to be spread out throughout the world, and it is now the world's second most spoken language after English, I believe. It is now a democratic parliamentary government under constitutional monarchy and the host country for the 1992 Summer Olympics. The democratic parliamentary government is impressive after the rule of Francisco Franco, who was just an all-around terrible person, and he was a dictator of Spain around World War II.
Oh no.
The name of the fruit comes from the Arabic Majarit, which means place of many streams. So fish is big there, lots and lots of fish. Spain's main currency is the euro, and there are also new laws against public nudity.
Yeah. Oh.
Go crazy.
It's up.
Spain's climate has 3 different zones. One by the Mediterranean, where it's sort of wet and stuff, kind of tropical. The plateau has dry, just all around dry because the sun's beating down. There's like
Okay, so now we're gonna come over here where I'm making churros.
Everybody pay attention.
You're gonna fry them in vegetable oil or canola oil. They're kind of the same thing. So you just kind of plop them in here, and then you do about like 2 minutes on each side. And then also we kind of already made it, but we're making chocolate dipping sauce. So you take dark chocolate and milk chocolate, and you kind of do a ratio of how much, like which one you want it to be. And then
that should really be longer.
Well, we are going to make the pina coladas, and this is the cream of coconut that I am now trying to prepare for 1/2 cup.
Okay, and it's you fill the blender up halfway with ice.
Okay, there's the cream of coconut. Yes, and once we get we have to have pineapple juice and pineapple chunks. And then we can blend it together and make pina colada.
You got it. Do I use the whole thing?
No, just 1/4.
Half a cup?
Yeah.
Chunks?
Yeah. And juice.
Yeah.
See.
A third? A fourth.
Okay.
You did it.
Where's it?
At the bottom.
I'm getting the juice, and then I'll put the chunks. Doesn't that look yummy?
Okay. To get these lovely pineapple chunks, as you can see, yes. Alright, and now we blend. It's not working good. No, it's not. Okay. Well, it's not working so well, but it's okay.
You just need to trash can. I need the other.
This is not wanting to cooperate. Hey, did you guys like the fancy fingers the other day? Then you'll love this.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Nice job, Maddie. Good job, Maddie. Save the day.
We're going to take the churros that we have fried, and while they're still warm, you're going to take them. Do it over here. And so she's going to take one, and she's just going to casually roll it in the...
You have to make sure everything's all covered, too, to get all that cinnamony, sugary goodness. See, just kind of pressing it in. Kind of. It's like playing with sand when you're little, except more sanitary. Oh my gosh. And Maddie's gonna do one.
So this is all you gotta do.
Some pre-made churros and chocolate sauce. Great. Thank you and good night. Hopefully you enjoyed your meal as much as we did. Thank you.
Style is influenced by diverse traditions and religious practices such as name day celebration and Clean Monday, and large number of religious festivals are celebrated. In society, it consists of close-knit families, so they're really family-oriented. The women in Greek society are thought of as extremely important and are given good education.
So we are going to start with the salad, and while Alex is doing the salad, I need to be working on the traditional hummus. Okay, so we're going back in. For our Greek hummus, we're going to be needing sesame oil, sesame seeds, and I'm going to start with this first because one of the ingredients is tahini paste, but it's really expensive and it's just going to be for one recipe, so we decided to just like substitute it with sesame seeds and sesame oil. And first, I'm just going to grab a few of sesame seeds and some sesame oil. I'm just put it in the food processor. This to sit together just for a little bit while we do the rest of the hummus. there's not like a specific amount. It's just like whatever you want. Okay, and some of the other ingredients for the hummus are obviously chickpeas. Oh, okay. Spring fresh oregano, which is right here, and parsley. We're going to need salt and pepper, which are right here. And once again, this is just added to taste. And I doubled the recipe because the original recipe is just with 1 can of chickpeas, but I'm just. But since we're needed for 8 people, we're doing it a little bit more. And we're going to need olives, which originally are the Kalamata olives, but I just went ahead and got some California olives. And I'm going to start.
Okay, and then while she's doing that, I'm going to prepare the salad. Together. Okay, and then I'm just gonna put this in bowls, and then if you want more like dressing or anything, there's some right there. So yeah, you can just come up.
Okay, so right now I have the chickpeas in the food processor, and I'm just going to turn them on with the sesame seeds and sesame oil. Lemons.
Thank you.
Love it. And I'm going to add the juice of it into it. And something that is like really important about Greek food is that it's the Mediterranean type. It's not on a specific type. It's not like, oh, it's Greek food and they only have that type.
Some chicken broth and then some fire roasted diced tomatoes in here. And so what I'm gonna go ahead and do is put the meatballs in here. And I already rolled the meatballs last night, just so that I would save time. And then we're just gonna put them in here and let them cook. And then Ellen's gonna finish up the power.
Feta cheese is cheese from goats, and I still don't know how to pronounce this. Phyllo or phyllo? Phyllo dough is paper thin pastry dough, and baklava is how we're going to serve our hummus with the olives on the sides and some pita bread, just because some people like it with pita bread and some other people like it with carrots.
Okay, and so after I added the meatballs, I added some zucchini. And does anybody not like zucchini? Okay. But other than that, we're just gonna put this in the bowls and serve it with some more pita bread. Okay, for the dessert, we have baklava, which is a Greek pastry made with the thin phyllo dough, and it's got honey and macadamia nuts and chopped pecans in it. Basically, it's just you lay down the phyllo dough and you just coat it with the butter and the honey, and you just put the brown sugar and the cinnamon and the nuts, and then you put another layer in of the dough, and it's just layers upon layers of phyllo dough and brown sugar and cinnamon and nuts, and then you bake it, and it's delicious. All right.
Sawadee ka! Welcome to Thai Knot, because Thai Knot! Okay, so today we prepared two dishes that are, they could be a main dish or a side dish, because in Thailand they don't really have like a first course, second course, third course. It's all served like family style, so everybody just like cooks one meal and puts it in the middle of the table and you all just grab from it. So I made Thai basil chicken with rice, and Hillary made pad Thai with chicken. And so The Thai basil chicken with rice is just chicken chopped up and cooked, and then we have Thai broccoli, Thai basil, which is why it's Thai basil. And then, yeah, so there's lots of vegetables. You cook it in like a wok and mix it all together, and then put it on rice. And so that's what that's made.
Thank you, Glenn. So I made chicken pad thai, and this is one of the most popular dishes in Thailand. Wouldn't you say so?
I would say so.
Yeah.
It's a big favorite.
Big favorite. The secret to creating a successful chicken pad thai would be how you cook the noodles. Now these are rice noodles. They're not your typical Italian
wheat noodles.
Wheat. That's the word. That's the key word. Wheat noodles. So they are Chinese rice noodles. You can find them at your local international market.
There's one, right on Belmont, and there's also, I don't remember Taylor's side one, but there are multiple in your area. Nolensville Road. Oh, authentic.
Hole in the wall.
So take a friend. Don't go alone.
Don't go alone.
Maybe a male friend.
So I tried rice noodles, and I just chopped and marinated the chicken and marinated it in soy sauce. And bean sprouts, and there's a crunchiness to it. That would be chopped cashews.
Mm-hmm.
And there are
nuts is a very popular topping to go on top of pad thai. Sometimes peanuts. People love peanuts to add sweetness with like peanut sauce. That's nice. So your pad thai would be more of your sweet dish, and then this would be more, or the Thai basil would be more of your spicy, flavorful.
Now, also there's the Thai sauce, and now that's what gives it the sweet and savory flavor. And it's made with a tamarind paste, and that's a fruit. It's a sour fruit, and it doesn't taste good. So don't eat it by itself. It needs a sweetener.
Sorry.
And it also has fish sauce, which is like served on almost every table in a restaurant. If you go to a restaurant in Thailand, it's served. It's like one of your main condiments, and they call it fish sauce. And
Also, speaking of fish, fish oil is a big thing in Thailand, and you've got vegetable oil, you've got canola oil, you've got fish oil. So fish oil,
very healthy.
It is. Some of you may take fish oil supplements. Fish oil.
Healthy stuff. So fish sauce, also called nam pla.
Yes.
On every table.
I got something. So this is pad thai, and the Thai name for this is pad khao pao. In case you're wondering. So I just remembered that. Also known as Thai basil chicken. That's a lot easier.
I'd say so. And chili sauce. There's chili sauce in it. I don't know if you could taste. There might be like a little kick to it. But we have some chili sauce. And we also have some crushed pepper.
No, it's a chili powder.
I don't know. People
ground chili.
And brown sugar, ground white pepper.
They love spice is their thing. Okay, so I went to Thailand this summer, and they really love spicy foods, and with all their meals they put like ground chili or ground pepper, and like chili paste is really big. Don't eat it though, because it makes your throat feel like you're on fire and you'll start sweating. And so, spicy foods is a really big thing. They love spicy foods. Okay, yes. So moving on. Let's talk more about Thailand. Let's commercial. We'll talk more about it when we get back to you.
Stay tuned.
Stay right there.
Okay, welcome back to Thai Knot. Right now we're listening to a Thai hit pop song called Your Heart for My Your Number for My Heart. I don't know what that says to the young kids, but we're rocking. Okay, now over here.
Thailand, land of the free. Let's talk about it.
So high humidity with 3 distinct seasons. I'm not gonna read all that.
Like monsoon season.
Yeah, a lot of rain. Asia.
Red curry. They're really big on curries. They have red curry, green curry. Red curry is more spicy. Green curry is more You're eating that. Thai style fried noodles. Khao pad fried rice. You also have some of that. Oh no, you're white rice.
Gang Khao Wan Kai, green chicken curry, there's green curry, Yam Noir, spicy beef salad, Pak Bung, Mori, and then Kai Mad Ma Wong, chicken with cashew nuts.
To prepare that.
Yep.
People cover the statues of gods with food. So food is very treasured there. So
Yeah, like if you go around and you see like shrines and temples, you always see like plates of food or different types of food, like meals outside on the shrines.
And this picture is those lighting lanterns to make a wish. Something
set it free.
special. You set it free. Give it up to the gods.
Different Thai meals. You want this one? Freshly steamed jasmine rice served with luscious spicy shrimp soup and creamy chicken green curry. Does that sound good? No. Yes. It does sound good. Okay. Spicy papaya salad garnished with crisp vegetables. See, that's the papaya vegetables. Pad Thai, you're eating that. Thai, Khanom, dessert, or fresh tropical fruits. Oh yeah, they're really big on fruit for dessert, which to me isn't really a dessert.
Which we're making.
But we're making a dessert that involves fruit. And we added sticky rice topped with succulent mango. Alright, so they always have a main dish and or a curry dish, a fried dish, and a dessert. But like, it doesn't really come in any kind of order. Like the main dishes are all out, so like the main dish, the curry, and fried dish would all be out, and then after you clear the table after that, you'll probably like sit down for dessert again. There's a good blend of spicy and mild dishes. The meals are always served together, never in courses. No one meal belongs to any one person. Everyone shares everything. They don't put multiple foods on one plate. They sample each dish at a time. So like everybody has this. Another interesting thing is they don't eat with like forks and knives. They have these spoons that are short but like have a wider spoon base, I guess.
Welcome back to Thai Knot. So here on the oven. Thank you. We are making fried bananas. You take the banana and you wrap it in typical rice paper used for things such as spring rolls and other Asian dishes. And they're very sticky, but when you fry them, they get a little crunchy around the banana. And you can optionally top it with chocolate or vanilla ice cream or whipped cream.
Very nice, Olivia. That sounds delicious. So could you explain to us how you wrapped that around?
Really? It's just a guessing game. Like, whatever you think, just do it.
Okay, so we have some fresh bananas. You find them at your local grocery store.
That's very good.
Everybody see banana. Cut it into thirds. Wrap it in rice paper that looks like this.
But you have to get it wet.
You have to get it wet to soften it up because you gotta wrap it around. And then you put it in the oil, and it sizzles and pops and becomes crunchy. And then you dip it in, roll it in, or smother it in chocolate. So let's go to the field out here, because I think some people have some. Anybody got it? Oh, let's look at this one. Yes. How's that? Hey, I'm waiting. How's it taste?
I haven't really tried it yet.
But here's what it looks like.
Yes.
You know, probably not the prettiest thing you've ever seen, ever. But it's good. It's great.
Is the rice stuff edible? You can eat that paper?
Oh yeah, it's rice paper. It's 100% edible.
Yum.
And good for you. It's not heavy. It won't leave you with like a heavy wheat feeling, you know? It's just okay, so things you may not know about the Thai culture is basic everyday living is different. Let's start at the back room. Okay, so we have toilets. They don't really like toilets or have them. They have them in different places, but like plumbing isn't really like a big thing. And so they have these things called squatty potties, and they don't flush. It's literally like a hole in the ground, and you put your feet on both sides of it, and then you squat. Potty. They're really big on animals.
Love animals.
I held a tiger while I was there.
And a monkey.
And a monkey.
You rode an elephant.
And I rode an elephant. There's all these different things you can do while you're there. For the Thai people, food is really a social gathering that they never take for granted. And as Americans, I think we very much take meals for granted. Not in the food sense, but in the relationship sense of sitting down and being with somebody, you know? And like community, and everybody just comes together and they fellowship. And everybody just takes their time to sit. You know, we've had our Thai chicken basil stuff, and we've had our pad Thai, and our deep fried bananas with chocolate sauce. So I mean, what more could we want in a day? Truly. So, coming from you, ready? Kakunka, and that means thank you.